Good morning, everybody. Just Becky here, real quick to do a little few thank yous and show you what I'm working on this morning. I received a lovely postcard from Janet Nash in one of the plastic envelopes that she puts her postcards in to protect them. And it says, to Dear Becky and Scott, wishing you a happy 40th wedding anniversary. And she sent me a postcard with a heart on it. Hi, Peg. Hi, Ian. Hi, Melanie. And I had also received another postcard from her last week. And I'll share that one, which is, oh no, did I drop that in my coffee? No, that would have been bad. A small ball of yarn in your coffee. Nothing like ruining it. This one was done in her stream. Let me see if I can get it out. And it's the day our stream prompts were blue and yellowish. Thank you for such a lovely channel, Janet and Freddie. And I didn't open this one up until last week in our craft and chat. And I realized after I pulled it out that this is a pocket. And in the pocket, she included an artist trading card. Sorry, I'm a little shaky this morning. I'm not sure why. But I love this vintage looking bird. Isn't that just the lovely bird there? So thank you for that postcard as well, Janet. On her envelope, she puts the postcard in these plastic sleeves, and then she puts the postage on the outside. And there's a sticker there of a little purple flower. And I just thought that was the cutest addition. And it's so weird seeing King Charles' face on the stamps now. I've seen Queen Elizabeth on stamps for my entire life. So it's kind of odd seeing his head on there now, but that's okay. So those were from Janet Nash. And then yesterday I got an envelope in from Kathy Berg because I had won a tag from her, which is right here. Pretty little hello tag. And then she also included this fibrous papers, which I thought, I love this stuff. And it's getting harder and harder for me to find it locally, so I might have to learn to make paper. And then I think these were things that she printed off on that, I think Anne just got some of this too. Didn't you, Anne? Where you can print off on the clear stuff. I don't remember what it's called. But she sent me this piece, and then she sent me some strips, which I thought that's a cool. You could do this with plain sticker paper too. Do a masterboard and then print it onto sticker paper and then cut it into strips. And that would be so cute to throw in people's happy mail. Hi, Heather. Good morning. So I think that was all of my mail. Hang on, let me see. I think I shared Janet Baum's mail. In fact, after I'd gotten Kathy's tag envelope here, I had a piece of sticker paper just sitting here on the table, and I just started doodling on it, and then I cut it into strips. So I have some doodle washi that was made just on the sticker paper that you can put through your printer. So you could do that kind of stuff. You could do a prompt game on sticker paper and then chop it up and share it with friends. I think that would be a fun swap too. We'll do that another day. I'm not up to a prompt game. Plus, Mary might want to come on. I did not show I don't think I shared the knitting that I'm trying to do right now. I shared it in the beginning and showed you where I made mistakes, but I think when I'm by myself, I do better with knitting. So I'm doing better, but the bottom where I began is got mistakes in it. But Ruth Lamb mentioned that it says to make this on the instructions 24 inches long, but if you made it just a little bit shorter, you could put one of those triangle or toppers on it, and then it could just hang to wipe your hands on. So it's coming together, and I love how the ribbed effect is on here. So there's that progress. And then when I was cleaning up the other day, and if you look behind me now, it doesn't look like I cleaned up at all because I got those 4 boxes that I boxed up when the floors were getting done. I emptied that corner cabinet that we got rid of. So then I had to find homes for the stuff that was in the boxes because I don't have the corner cabinet anymore. So I got rid of most of it, not really rid of it. I put most of it into that desk that I moved to the front entry. All of my little collectibles that had been in the corner cabinet are now in there. There were, 1 minute. I still have a box. It's nothing but seashells and then another box of things to alter, wooden pieces. So there are still 2 boxes, but I can't put them back in the hall closet. I need to empty the hall closet because Scott wants to repair the flooring in that closet. Before we bought the house, the shower pan in the master bedroom had failed, and they fixed the floor in the bathroom when they fixed that problem, but they didn't handle that little closet at the end of the hall, and Scott's he wants to fix that. But anyway, I used to belong in a quilt group, and we went from let's see. I'm going to see if I can remember how we did. It was like we started on AOL, and then we went to MSN. Was that the next where you could do groups? And then we went to Yahoo groups, and then we went to Facebook. We still have the group there, but several of our members, well, there was like 10 of us that kind of really connected, and we did a bunch of swaps within our group of like 10 or 12 people. And I found the mini quilts in those boxes, and I thought I would share those real quick. We did a mini quilt swap, I think a couple times. And some of these have a way to hang them and some of them don't. But I would love to have a wall in a room that focuses on these mini quilts. This one was made by Kathy from Kansas. And it's just a beautiful, it's really pinks. It's showing up a lot darker than it is. But Kathy made this one. Oh, that sounds wonderful, Heather. And then this one, oh, they didn't sign it. I don't remember who made this. It's been so many years. Probably, did Kathy date this one? 2009. So these swaps were probably all done in 2009. I'm wanting to say my friend Diane up in Maine made this one. And Diane is a long arm quilter. And I think Diane made this one, but I can't be 100% sure. And I don't think she watches my YouTube videos. But I wanted to share these mini quilts. And then this one was made by dear Ann Lewis, who has gone. Cancer got her. She lived in Illinois. Yes, and we did them in 2009. The middle one there just didn't get signed. And Ann labeled this one Little Gem. And she did machine embroidery. And it's just as simple. You just have your squares, you sew them down like you normally would. And then she just picked a different stitch on her sewing machine and went over where they connected. And each section has a different stitch. Look at the little hearts there. That's beautiful. Anne is also the one that did the magnificent appliques on everybody's round robins. And I have shared my round robins before in a video. I'll see if I can search my channel and put a link to that video on the round robins I worked on. And this group, I only had a problem with round robins one time. And we tried to do, if you remember, we tried to do a journal round robin where we send journals around and everybody does one page or one spread. And we had a girl in Germany that was keeping the journals instead of passing them on to the next person. So we did have a problem with that. But my quilt group, those ladies were always on the ball. If somebody got sick, though, we were understanding. But as soon as they got well, the quilt moved on or the round robin moved on. But I will see if I can find that video that I did on all of the quilts that I did as round robins. And what you do is you make a center and then you send it to the first person after you and they add a border. And then she sends it to the next person. And eventually it will go to everybody on the list in order. And I had to keep track of where everybody's quilts were moving. And when I put the round robin together, and everybody was supposed to sign somewhere or even on a piece of paper, but that didn't always happen. But it's okay. I have the quilts, and I know exactly which border is Ann Lewis's, though, because it seemed like it was always applique, tremendously beautiful appliques. So I will see if I can find that video. The only other stitching I was going to share before I take off from here, I do want to go out and water my plants, is, do y'all remember the placemats? And this one I've already done all the stitching on. So on this one, I'm doing more involved stitching. I got some more of the blingity bling that fell out of Janet Nash's envelope. But this one I'm still working on because I'm doing stitching in between and all those little dots you see there. And I'm currently working on the stitching on this one here. And this one's going to be a lot more involved, so I will probably keep this one. But I do want to do this one as a giveaway still, but I want to wait until I can finish both of them, and then I'll do a giveaway. And this is going to be a zippered bag eventually. So that'll be an upcoming giveaway. And I guess today is Friday sews for all the people in the sewing community. This dress is one I made. It's fully lined top to bottom because this white fabric was so see-through. So it's completely lined, and it's just a 2-piece dress. Well, 4 pieces if you count the fact that I've got a dress inside a dress to make it so it's, nice. But it's just a simple dress. And I made it a couple years ago. And since I've lost weight, I can actually wear it. So the the top I just made with the fancy sleeves and all, it fits too tight along in here. So I'm going to have to find it a new home. It's probably a size 18, but the way the sleeves are, it just fits too tight on me. Sorry, something just fell in my eye. So anyway, I see Deb is here. Let's see. And Carol. Aren't those pretty quilts? And I thought some of them had a way to hang them, but they don't. And all I'll have to do is hand stitch a sleeve on the back that I can put a dowel through to hang them. You can also do just little loops if you wanted to. I do have some other little quilts. I don't know where they are at the moment. I think it was Anne, made me 3 kittens with their mittens hanging down. I have that somewhere. And when the floors got tore up, you guys, everything just kind of got jumbled in this house. And it's going to take me a while. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go, and we'll see if Mary pops up. I'm going to go out and water my impatiens and petunias. I keep thinking it's going to rain and I won't have to go out and water them, but I don't want to lose them because I missed a day of watering them a little bit. So anyhow, I'll talk to you guys later. I'll do a quick look for that video and watch the description box. If I find it, I find it. If I don't, I will share them again. All right. Bye.